Welcome back to another edition of the League of the Genuine. For those who have participated or attended the national interdenominational prayers, that's what they call them. Welcome back. We have had a public holiday here to pray for the country, to pray for ourselves, to pray for everybody because of the upsurge in the COVID cases and deaths. I think we are all sitting beside ourselves with grief, with sorrow, with sadness because of what's happening in the country. Not only are we locked down, we cannot work, we cannot move freely, but we are also losing dear ones, loved ones. And this is not the kind of thing anybody would have imagined when we were ushering in the new year. We thought that Corona was something of the past because the numbers, the rate of infection had gone down substantially in December. But here we are under a lockdown, 42 days and still counting. We think that this is a time to actually utilize the lockdown to pay attention to our own safety. Beyond COVID, we have a lot of threats, we have a lot of issues that continue to afflict us. As you can see, I am sitting here out of the studio, out of the usual settings. I am sitting at home. I am alone, hosting the League of the Genuine conversations with myself only because we are unable to host anybody to be in the studio to have a conversation like we usually have. But we are still going to have this conversation, which will be a recap of what we have been doing. Remember, for the past 3 weeks, we have been discussing counterfeits in the trade industry and business sector. We have spoken to some interesting entrepreneurs in business and in the shoe sector. We were moving on to the furniture, the mattresses, where there are big issues there. Unfortunately, we cannot have those guests or stakeholders coming in to have this discussion because of the COVID situation. And we need to keep safe. The priority is to keep safe. On a sad note, at the Anti-Counterfeit Network, at the League of the Genuine, we are very saddened with the loss of two prominent anti-counterfeit crusaders. The first being the fallen executive director of the Private Sector Foundation. The Private Sector Foundation brings together all private businesses in the private sector in Uganda. So it has everybody doing trade and enterprise in the country. The executive director, our friend, Mr. Gideon Badaga, passed. This is somebody we have walked the journey right from the beginning up to the time when he left. He was there during the launch of the Anti-Counterfeit Network about 6 years ago. We have been with him through various dialogues. Actually, he has consistently represented the Private Sector Foundation unrelentingly. Every time we have asked the Private Sector Foundation to participate, he has enabled the Anti-Counterfeit Network, the League of the Genuine, to sign up partnerships, to work together to ensure that we promote the sale and purchase of genuine products. The last event which we had with Mr. Gideon Badaga was during a dialogue that the Anti-Counterfeit Network organized with the Uganda Communications Commission to tackle the issue of fake electronics, fake mobile phones and gadgets like that.
What is it in terms of policy that must change to make sure that we begin to shift people's minds from counterfeit to genuine and recommit ourselves as PSF to supporting this for the country?
We didn't know that would be the last time that we would be seeing Gideon because he speaks very passionately. He's a very amiable gentleman, and it is a great loss. It is a great loss to us here at the League of the Genuine. It's a great loss to all lovers of genuine. It's a great loss to all those who believe in Build Uganda, Buy Uganda. It's a great loss to those who believe in local content, who believe in quality. We should use the life of Badagawa to continue campaigning and pushing against fakes. I think that's the only way we can pay him back for his effort and selflessness in serving us in an area which is quite ignored, where very few people pay attention. Aside from Gideon, in the same week, we have also lost the now fallen chairman of Kasita, Kampala City Traders Association, who we call Dr. Everest Kayondo. Dr. Everest Kayondo was with me in the studio 3 weeks ago. He opened up the discussion to deal with counterfeits in trade and industry. And as you can see in his discussion, he was very, very frank. He was very open. He didn't cover up anything. He said, we have a problem. He says there is a lot of counterfeit. You can see in the show, he was talking openly about the fakes that are sold downtown. And he was saying that a lot needed to be done. You can imagine we just come up with a plan to ensure that we have sensitization of the local traders who are selling some of these fakes, many of whom need to be given an education that you can actually make money by selling genuine products. There are more Apple products here which are fake.
Yeah, that's where
But don't you think there's brand negligence? The brands don't care. They think Africa is a small market. How many Apple products do we buy? So you might find they will concentrate on big markets like Malaysia or Asia or Brazil, where they buy products in millions of dollars, and not you, Kasita people, who don't even buy maybe Apple products for $1 million.
Yeah, I totally agree. Because now you have taken an effort as Fred, maybe to get these products and to juxtapose them with the genuine products. But there are people who are completely ignorant, the consumers who are completely ignorant. He goes for whatever brand it is, and they don't know, they can't distinguish between what is genuine and what is fake. So if the brand owners were coming up and aggressively protecting their brands, people would come to their senses.
Of course, you can never get sufficient warning about these untimely deaths of people that you have dealt intimately with. It came as a big shock again, a big shock, because Dr. Kayondo has been, I think, the person who personified Kasita. Kasita was him, and he was Kasita. He was always there to represent the traders, and he had promised that he will take up the issue of ensuring that traders sell more and more of genuine products. But unfortunately, he's fallen. In the same way, we think that the best course of action for us, aside from mourning the departed colleagues and friends of the League of the Genuine, we need to continue doing even more the things that they stand for. And that is, can we buy and sell genuine? Can we say no to counterfeit? So with that introduction, I would like to state that despite the fact that we are in a state of mourning, despite the fact that we are in bereavement, and despite the fact that we are in a state of fear and panic because of the COVID-19, we need to give hope that it is not over. We are going to remain behind to tell the story. We are going to survive this. This is a phase. Pandemics come and go, but people remain. And we are saying we can only remain safe by consuming and selling and buying genuine products. So in that regard, I need to give, for those who are just joining us now, I need to give a small recap that despite the fact that here in Uganda we are facing a lockdown because of COVID, the Anti-Counterfeit Network has actually been very active in ensuring that even during this pandemic period, we have kept the song going that we need to have consumption of genuine products. My name is Fred Mwema. I'm the Director Legal and Corporate Affairs at the Anti-Counterfeit Network Africa. Is a platform that brings together stakeholders who affect and are affected by counterfeits. In this case, the platform is advocating for consumption and use of only genuine products to be able to effectively prevent the catching and spreading of COVID-19. It's your primary responsibility to ensure that the preventive measures, washing your hands, social distancing, using safe products to protect yourself is done by yourself. Your government, the WHO, and other regulatory agencies cannot come to your house, cannot work with you to ensure that you are safe. So this is an appeal to all of us to take it as our personal and primary responsibility to ensure we are safe.
I believe in everything beautiful and genuine. COVID-19 has increased the high demand for sanitizers, gloves and masks, which has given an opportunity to counterfeiters to make fake products. As we practice social distancing and hand washing, let us all remember that fake products don't fight COVID-19.
Don't have any shortcuts. It's not business as usual. Do not think you can have a cheap alternative for a genuine sanitizer. Do not think there is a cheap alternative for genuine medical gloves. You must prevent this deadly virus only with genuine products. So the appeal to each of us is we must be vigilant. We must remain selfish in this case by protecting ourselves. We must remain safe because COVID is real. COVID-19 kills. Remember, fake products do not fight COVID-19. So I'll take you a little bit back to some time last year, I think in May, when the issue of COVID came up. For the first time, there was now a new normal, which was we needed to wear masks. We did a campaign around masks at that time because everybody was confused which mask, how to wear it, do you put it down, do you put it up? We were trying to show the importance of observing the SOPs which the government came up with, and we were successful in bringing out a message clearly that a mask was now part of being genuine. A mask was now part of your safety, and we pointed out at that time that it was important that you use a genuine mask, because if you are wearing a mask to protect yourself against counterfeits, it was counterproductive to have a fake mask. Because if you had a fake mask, not only do you fail to protect yourself, but you also fail to stop the spread of infection to others, which is a major concern. As we speak now, I think we have a fairly good position in the country regarding masks. The masks are easily accessible. I think you can now get a mask almost in every corner of the street. There will be a mask. Even the way the masks are sold on the street, you can see that they are covered up properly. The vendors are ensuring that the masks are safe. This all comes from that effort that we kept pushing to ensure that safety is not only in a Vaseline or the food you're eating, but it's also in the tools that you use to fight COVID. Next, we went to the sanitizers.
Social distance, please. First, let me bring a sanitizer.
A what?
Sanitizer.
Sanitizer.
Oh, sanitizer.
We would like to thank all those who have participated in our survey. The sanitizers was a big issue. I remember a lot of misinformation and misunderstanding. How you can obtain the genuine sanitizer, which sanitizer you are using at home or in your office. We did an online campaign, and we thank those who participated. The campaign was dubbed, "What sanitizer are you using at home?" And by this time, we did not have an official listing of approved sanitizers. But after the campaign, which revealed that people were using various sanitizers, a lot of people who were not approved were also making sanitizers and offering them onto the market. The Uganda National Bureau of Standards, to their credit, came up and issued a list of approved sanitizers. For us, this was a score.
UNBS published the list because we wanted to protect the public from any unscrupulous manufacturers that could be supplying non-conforming sanitizers. Since operations were really low-key, we felt that it was our obligation to ensure that the public is notified, as it was evident that everyone was coming up with a formulation.
The people now had a proper reference point. People knew where to go to get the sanitizers. People knew who the manufacturers were. People were also sensitized about the right ingredients of what the genuine sanitizer is. And I think there were even some operations that were done during that time where some people were apprehended for selling or making fake sanitizers. So again, that was a big score. We then moved to the area of food. You will recall that there was a big campaign. The government came out to ask people to make donations because there was a campaign to distribute food to the vulnerable communities in and around Kampala and other places. And so when the food came, the reports which were obtained were that a lot of this food was actually not fit for human consumption. We did a video about the issue of the food as well.
This and UPDF for purposes of transparency.
I saw people bringing the food, these army people. I was very happy. I thought my kids are now going to enjoy. They are tired of eating one meal a day. People were crying, even my neighbors here. Everyone was excited. The government is going to give us food. But if you are to check on the food they are giving us, it is of poor quality.
Yes, akawunga kali kalungi naye ate ebijanjaalo n'obufumbisa sigiri 8 oba 4 okusobola okujja. Ate era nga nabyo mbiryanga bikaluba kubiriirawo olw'obutasobola njala.
Kugamba nze simanyi kyendi ndi kaba bukamye maziga bulijjo ngamba nti abaafu edda singa bakomawo naye ensi simanyi.
As you can see, that video actually depicts the state of crisis that we had not only in the COVID food receipts and distribution, but probably speaks bigger to the issue of the state of the food that we have in the country. You remember that we also had a crisis around maize exports, egg exports to our neighboring country, Kenya. These were rejected because, again, of the quality, because of our commitment to continuously expose the fakes. You have now seen, we believe, that the move by the government to stop the distribution of food and instead give mobile money is as a result of this exposure that we have given, to say that if somebody is hungry, if somebody has COVID, if somebody is sick, if somebody is vulnerable, they should not be given fake food, rotten food, contaminated food with aflatoxins, because it kills them instead. And we are happy that we have made a small contribution to this new approach now. The approach being, can the vulnerable receive mobile money so that they are able to purchase or access food and save themselves during this lockdown. So we can see that all through the past 1 year, we have been working along with you. Whenever the times have demanded, we have jumped into the issue of the day. We shall be talking more and more about your situation while you are in the lockdown. What is it that you need to do in this spare time, in this free time? What is it that you need to do to pay attention to COVID together with counterfeits? Why do I put those two issues together? Because those two issues are related. Those two issues keep the company of each other. You cannot fight COVID, as I have said, by using fake products. It's not possible. Think about it. You are talking about vaccination. Let's talk a little about treatment. We've just seen a report from South Africa that some Chinese and certain South African people were caught with fake vaccines.
Security officials in China and South Africa seized thousands of counterfeit doses of the coronavirus vaccine. The International Criminal Police Organization said in a statement that 400 vials, equivalent to about 2,400 doses, containing the fake vaccine were found at a warehouse in Germiston, outside Johannesburg in South Africa. Officers also recovered fake masks and arrested 3 Chinese citizens and a Zambian national. In China, police successfully identified a network selling counterfeit COVID-19 vaccines in an investigation supported by Interpol.
Just imagine the campaign to vaccinate against this deadly disease. If it is answered with a fake jab, are you going to stop COVID? The answer is no. Are you going to get sick? The answer is yes. It will make you worse. So there is no way you can actually have any meaningful campaign to stop COVID if you are going to use fake vaccines. Now, even if the vaccines were not fake, if you yourself, the person that is taking the jab, are consuming fakes, it means that the vaccination will find you when you are already sick, or the vaccination will not have its efficacy because it is finding somebody whose base is already faulty. The base is faulty because the person is taking in wrong stuff. So we shall utilize the coming week or so. We hope that this will not last so long. We hope that we shall resume very soon to have a guest on the other side or here in our next episodes. But until that happens, can we pay a little more attention now, right there where you are, right at home? Can we scan our environment and see if we are actually staying in the lockdown safely? There is no point in you saying you are observing the standard operating procedures, you are masking, you are sanitizing, you are staying at home, only to consume and be harmed by fake products. There's no point. We are in a lockdown, meaning that many of us are going to remain in a sedentary state. We're going to do a lot of sitting, we're going to do a lot of sleeping, we are going to do a lot of those things we don't usually do on a normal working day. But the question is, what kind of bed are you laying to sleep in? I did mention that we shall be having 2 or 3 episodes on the issue of the bed. That is the bed itself, that is the mattress, and the beddings that you use. We have information that on the market, on the Ugandan market, which I am sure is representative of the African market, more than half of the mattresses that are on the market are not actually fit to be used to sleep. These mattresses are causing deformities in your structure, in your bone structure, the back pains that you're having, the shoulder pains. All these issues are being caused by one thing, single thing called a mattress. And yet, when you are looking at fakes, you might think that the fakes that we should pay attention to are only the medicines or the fuels or the cooking oil. No, the mattress is a big source. Just like the shoes, the mattress is a big source of the amount of money that you are spending on your medical bills, because the mattress is fake. The experts, I don't want to preempt that, will come and speak about the issue of mattresses. So why don't we utilize this time during the lockdown to scan around and say, what kind of mattress am I doing? If you are trying to recover from corona, is it best that you sleep on a fake mattress? Aren't you actually going to make your situation worse? Not only will you be having the challenges of dealing with the breathing, you're also going to be dealing with challenges of other aches in the body that is being caused by the mattress. Can we utilize this period then to get rid of all these fake products that we have in our bedroom to ensure that we have quality? A lot of people just consume whatever comes onto their phone from social media. If you are going to scan the social media and just take in whatever fake stuff you get, it is going to affect you. If you are among those who are propagating, who are originating fake news and spreading it around, you are being a counterfeit. And we are saying, please stop. Let us stick to the official communication channels. If you want to get authentic and genuine news, go to the official authentic channel where it is easier to verify, where you can get cross-check whether this is correct or not. Can we please be mindful of what we are buying? We have said severally on this show that please be on the lookout. What is the product you're buying? Is it a well-known brand? If it is a well-known brand, try to know the packaging of that brand. Try to know the name of that brand. If there are mistakes in the names, if there are mistakes in the way the name is written, the trademark, then this should be suspicious. Don't buy products which are not branded. Some of you will want to buy odds or whatever, it's in a plain polythene. No, that definitely is fake. A genuine product will be branded. It will have the manufacturer, the country of origin. If it comes from abroad, it will have the expiry date. It will have the ingredients. Everything will be there. As you go from the lockdown from your house to shop, can you please look out for some of these things to ensure that you are stronger and better to confront COVID in case you come across it. So I would like to end by saying, on my part, I am protecting myself. As you can see, you've heard the doctors say you need to have a lot of fruits. These fruits, this is a mango, this is a pineapple, this is a banana. I have some onion here. I'm told this is a big killer of viruses, flu-causing viruses, these onions here. I am ensuring that when I stay home, I also engage in good eating habits. The pH for mango, I think, is about 9.7 or almost 10. Corona survives at about 5. If it's higher than 5, the pH, it will not survive. So every time I'm eating a mango, which I suggest to you that you should also eat, I am increasing my defenses to fight the COVID virus in case I come into contact with it. And by the way, it's very difficult to say that you will never come into contact with corona, because it is everywhere. I might send a house help here to go and buy some stuff in the supermarket. You never know what kind of contact they have. They might sanitize, they might wear a mask, they might even have a glove, but you never know these things. It can still slip. So let us utilize the lockdown to improve our personal conduct and behavior. Let us get out of this lockdown when it ends better people. Let us not utilize the lockdown to continue consuming fakes. Can we be more genuine? Can we be better? And the appeal to the brands is that please give as much information as you can about your genuine and correct products. Tell the people where to buy them. Give them the specifications about the products. Would like to commend so many brands which now have started talking about counterfeits. I think the other day I had an ad of Shell. They were talking about their gas, where to find it, look out for the fake. Let us embrace the talk about counterfeits because it's in our midst, just like Corona. We are not fighting Corona by denying that it exists. We are fighting Corona by acknowledging it is there and taking measures. Let us fight counterfeits the same way, by acknowledging that they exist and taking measures, beginning with you at home in this lockdown, to ensure that you say no to counterfeits and only consume, buy genuine products. So until the next episode, we shall be continuing with this conversation with myself to discuss and give you information about counterfeits. And for those who like what we are doing, please remember to give us a thumbs up. Remember to share. We appreciate your support. We are here to serve and to save humanity and to save ourselves. Thank you.